Right. So I think the best thing to do next would be to start wiring up the board with the umbilicals. And there's some that are going to be very straightforward to do. We can put the no, we put him away. The we don't need him. No, no, we're going to do him. We just do the front wires. The umbilicals are the front wires. The ones you stuffed up underneath. No, no, the ones. Yeah, the ones you stuffed up underneath the CD tray. Yeah, yeah. And the furthest one away, if you look on the motherboard towards the left, you'll probably see some writing on the bottom as we're looking at it. And the first left, you should see somewhere that says HD audio. Something about HD audio.
See HDMI display board.
No, it's right on the bottom. It should be in the left-hand corner, just above
See F audio.
F audio. F audio. It's like a socket, yeah. Right. So if you take in your one of those umbilicals will be called H audio or something like that.
A lot of these are not labeled.
Yeah, should be labeled. They all should have a label at the front, or where they terminate. There should be a label.
There's no label on this one. Not one on this one.
Okay, we're gonna have to look at the manual then. That's a shame.
LED.
Yeah, I thought you showed me a H audio before.
Plus, there it is, HD audio.
Now, if you look at the way that it is, you'll see pins and you'll see one missing.
Right.
Yeah, can you see it? One's blocked off, or yeah. Now, if you look at the way that it goes in, you'll see on the motherboard that the pin, there's one missing as well.
Right.
Yeah, so you can see the orientation,
Okay.
and it should just slide in. Now, this may well be the best way to wire it. When you've finished doing all this, you might have to think about a different way of wiring it, but it seems very natural to do this one. Yeah.
It's not going in. There it goes.
You have to make, yeah. Now you should have, no, it just slides in. It's just on the basis of the fact that one of the pins is missing and blocked off. Now, next along that line, you should see something which says USB 2,
So,
and there should be a one that matches up with the USB 2. You might have more than that. I don't know how many USBs you've got for that case. I don't know.
There's only one wire that says
USB. Okay, so we're going to use that one. So again, there's probably a couple there on the bottom row, but I just pick off the one which is furthest apart, I think. Well, you might,
There's this one,
yeah,
this one, and
yeah.
this one.
Or maybe the one nearest. I'll leave it to you to judge it. But you want to check the.
FSB, USB 3, F USB 2, and F USB 1.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. They're just the numbers. It doesn't actually mean USB 3. It's just a naming convention for each of the ports. Did you check the positioning of which one's blocked off on there, and the way that it's centered? Okay.
Hard to see that because it's kind of dark.
Yeah. Alright. Now, the next bit is tricky because they're the on-off switch and all the lights and things, so they're just tiny little switches, yeah?
LEDs?
Yeah, the LEDs. You've got the power one, the LEDs, the hard disk lights, and the reset switches, yeah? They all go together, and you'll see somewhere on the, probably just on the bottom, a collection where they all slide into it. It's probably
Right here?
yeah, it should be about, I don't know, about 8 slots or something. And you see different colours. If you're looking close, you should see them numbered.
Oh, I'll have to pull the case closer to me.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Well, just before you do that, if you get the Gigabyte manual
okay.
and you want to look in the index for where the front panels go in, it's probably actually called the F panel, isn't it? Front panel. So just look in the index and just find installation of the front panel or something like that. You bring that index closer, I'll be able to see.
So,
Or perhaps not. No, no, perhaps not.
so installation, BIOS installation, records installation, so hardware installation.
Hardware installation, yeah.
CPU and CPU cooler, memory expansion card, AMD Crossfire, NVIDIA, back panel connectors,
Back,
motherboard.
back panel, not front panel. No, we're looking at front panel connectors.
There's back panel,
Not back panel, no.
internal connectors.
Yeah, okay, look that up.
Okay.
And I can't see that very well. No. Yeah, it's on the right hand page, is it? It should tell you where the power switch is. It should say power, reset switch, HD lights, and the other ones, the LEDs. I don't think that's the right page. That's just giving you what's on the motherboard, I think.
Yeah, it's on motherboard. Power connector. Fan, battery, front panel, header.
Front panel header, yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
So
Right.
it should label each one there, yeah.
Okay.
And I think does it have the black as negative? Yeah. It doesn't really matter with the switch, but black. So when you look at the wires, you're going to have pairs of wires, yeah, for the switches. So the black one's going to be the negative one. They're all labeled, yeah.
Yeah, this one says minus P LED, plus P LED,
So
HDD LED, power switch, reset switch.
so if you look at the diagram and the manual, it should tell you where each of those is on that front panel.
Alright,
So you see the area on the motherboard that it's referring to, yeah?
right, yeah, I see. Okay.
And if you're looking close, it should actually be marked.
How do I know which side of this is positive and which is negative?
The black is negative.
It's all black, there's no color here.
Oh, okay, what does it actually say on the thing then? Well, I've read when I've been doing it that it doesn't actually matter because it's a switch, but I've always put it in to make sure that it's negative on the black, because
One
the
of
other,
them has an arrow on it and the other doesn't, and that's the only difference on the sides.
you'd have to check in the case. So if you look at that manual that you've got for the case, look at the conventions, if there are any conventions of the wiring.
What a pain.
Yeah, it actually is there, yeah. Oh, that's the USB pin. Yeah, it's not obvious from that manual.
I'm not certain which way it's supposed to go.
No. Well, if I were you, I'd just decide on and taking a convention and stick to each one. The other thing that I did when I did it was made sure that when I slid the switch in, the actual thing, when I slid it on, the writing was underneath, and I did that for all of them. So they're all
So
there's
the
one.
writing was facing down.
Yeah, that's what I did as a kind of orientation for it.
Okay. We can do that. See.